The world is the classroom of God. Our mere presence in this school does not guarantee learning, but within it lies the opportunity for all education. It has its grades and classes, its sciences and arts, and admission is the birthright of man. Its graduates become its teachers. Its pupils are all created things. Nature provides examples and God's laws provide rules. Those who wish to enter the higher colleges and universities must first, day by day and year by year, work through the common school of life and present their diplomas to new teachers. These diplomas bear names that only the recipients can read. The hours may seem long, and the teachers harsh, but each must walk that path. Only those who pass through the gateway of experience are ready to move onward. Few occult students today have not heard of the alchemist, yet few know much about the strange men of the Middle Ages who, under chemical symbolism, concealed the history of the soul. At a time when expressing a religious thought could lead to execution, they labored silently in underground caves and cellars to learn nature's mysteries, which the religious opinions of their day denied them the privilege of explaining. Picture the old alchemist, deep in the study of natural law, among test tubes and retorts in his hidden laboratory. Surrounded by massive tomes and ancient manuscripts, he devotes years, perhaps lifetimes, to his work. His hair has grayed with age, and by the light of his little lamp, he reads slowly and with difficulty the strange symbols on the pages before him. His mind is centered on finding the philosopher's stone. With all the chemicals and their combinations thoroughly understood, he labors with his furnace and burners to make base metals into philosopher's gold. At last, he finds the key and gifts the world the secret of the philosopher's gold and the immortal stone. Salt, sulfur, and mercury are the answers to his problem. From them, he extracts the elixir of life and, with its power, transmutes base metals into gold. The world laughs at him, but he continues in silence, accomplishing what the world believes impossible. After many years of labor, he takes his little lamp and silently slips away into the great unknown. No one knows what he has done or discovered, but he continues to explore the mysteries of the universe. As the close of the 15th century enshrouded him in mystery, the dawn of the 20th century crowns him with the glory of his just reward, for the world is beginning to realize the truths he knew and to marvel at the understanding his years of labor earned him. Man has been an alchemist since he first raised himself and, with long latent powers, pronounced himself human. Experiences are the chemicals of life with which the philosopher experiments. Nature is the great book whose secrets he seeks to understand through its wondrous symbolism. His spiritual flame is the lamp by which he reads, and without it, the printed pages mean nothing. His body is the furnace in which he prepares the philosopher's stone. His senses and organs are the test tubes, and the incentive is the flame from the burner. According to ancient philosophers, salt is of the earth, sulfur is of the spirit, and mercury is the messenger, like the winged Hermes of the Greeks. Purple, the blending of red, the body, and blue, the spirit, is his color. The alchemist realizes he himself is the philosopher's stone, made diamond-like when the body and spirit are united through mercury, the link of the mind. Man is the incarnated principle of mind, as the animal is of emotion. He stands with one foot in the heavens and the other on earth. His higher being is lifted to the celestial sphere, but the lower man ties him to matter. The philosopher builds his sacred stone by harmonizing his spirit and body. The hard knocks of life chip the stone away and facet it until it reflects light from a million angles. The ultimate achievement is the philosopher's stone. The elixir of life is the spirit fire, or rather the fuel that nourishes it. The transmutation of base metal into gold is achieved when he transmutes the lower man into spiritual gold, through study and love. Thus, he builds within himself the lost panacea for the world's woes. The changing of base metal into gold can be literal, for the same chemical combination that produces spiritual gold will also produce physical gold. Many ancient alchemists created precious metals from lead and alloys, based on the principle that all things contain some part of everything else. Every grain of sand or drop of water contains, in some proportion, every element of the universe. The alchemist did not make something from nothing but extracted and built that which already existed. The living philosopher's stone is a beautiful thing, shining with a million lights, changing with the wearer's mood. The transmuting process, whereby the spiritual fire passes through the furnace of purification, radiates from the body as the soul body of gold and blue. The Masons symbolize this with a 5-pointed star and 2 clasped hands, representing the united man. The 5-pointed star is the soul body, the living philosopher's stone, more precious than all the jewels of earth. From it pour the rivers of life spoken of in the Bible. It is the star of the morning that heralds the dawn of mastery and the reward for those who follow in the footsteps of the ancient alchemist. The alchemy of life produces in natural sequence all the states of progression explained in the writings of the alchemists until the sun and moon unite in the hermetic marriage, the marriage of body and spirit for their mutual development. Modern alchemists have the same opportunity as their ancient brothers, even more so, with little danger of personal injury. In daily life, they see nature's experiments and may study divinity. The steel of their spirit is tempered by life's flame. Their own desires and wishes ignite the powers of their soul, and experiences transmute into soul qualities when they develop the eye to read the simplest of all books. Everyday life. The alchemist of today is not hidden in caves but works in the world, though not of it. As he progresses, the light of others' advice grows weaker until he stands alone in darkness. Then he must use his own lamp and the experiments he has conducted as his guide. He must fill the lamp of his spiritual consciousness with the elixir of life and, holding it above his head, walk into the great unknown. There, if he has been a good and faithful servant, he will learn the alchemy of divinity. Instead of test tubes and bottles, worlds and globes will be his implements, and he will learn from the Divine One, the great alchemist of the universe, the greatest alchemy of all. The creation of life, the maintenance of form, and the building of worlds.